Either people are in relationships where they're like, man, I wish my partner could be on the same
Mm,
energetic plane as me. Or, wow, I've had my own spiritual awakening, but my partner has nothing to do with it. And here you are literally growing together and creating your next chapter. How do you, or what advice would you give for those who kind of want to take that person or their partner into that next level of growth and healing, but perhaps maybe they're not ready and they're kind of so inspired by listening to your guys' story?
I got the tingles when you asked that question because I think it's
Mm.
such an important question. And just for people know, Shayoon and I, we work with individuals, helping empower them to heal themselves. And naturally, normally 90% of the time, it's the woman who steps forth first. The
Right, it's
women
always that.
seem to be much more willing
Yeah.
to be open and make that change. It's beautiful to see. And
Mm.
I wish that more men were as willing and open as the women I see to make that change. Not that they're not, there's plenty that we work with, but normally the woman is the catalyst in the relationship and wants to bring their partner along with them. Obviously it goes both ways, but
Mm.
this is like an energetic spiritual science, in my opinion, right? That
Mhm.
everything is energy. We know this. Quantum physics has proven that 99.999999999% of everything that we see is energy, which means only 0.00000000001% is matter. So we are living in this crazy illusion thinking that everything around us is real when in fact it's not. It's
Mhm.
just energy. And so we have to understand then and relearn what our perception of reality is. So this is the first key when we start going inwards, is recognizing that, okay, well, if everything is energy, and then I have the ability to affect that with my mind, with my chemistry, with my thoughts, my heart, my being, then I can change my own vibration. The thing is that we can't, as much as we want to, change somebody else's. We can
Mhm.
affect it, we can influence it for sure, but at the end of the day, it's the other individual's choice. And it's always so difficult to see when one person is just awakening and going, and maybe that relationship was serving a certain energetic frequency when they were in harmony, like the perfect notes on the keyboard
Mhm.
playing a beautiful song. But then all of a sudden you change your frequency, your energy changes, and now those keys are out of alignment. The frequencies, that song doesn't sound so good anymore. Why? Because
Mm.
our vibrations have changed. It's not that one person is bad or worse or better or the other. You are
Mhm.
changing, you're evolving, and the other person
Mhm.
isn't. So with that
Mhm.
being said, I think that the perfect relationship doesn't mean that you have to be on the exact same frequency. That's almost a pipe dream, right? Is that
Mhm.
two cars headed down the same road in their own lanes, going on the same road trip of
Mm.
life. You know,
Mhm.
we're going to the same place. We're going to stop off. We're going to enjoy the scenery together. You know, maybe you hop in my car for a little bit, but this isn't a carpool ride. I'm not going to carry your lazy ass the whole way
Right.
because you've got to do your own work. Otherwise, you're in a codependent relationship. And I'm
Mm.
sure many people listening to this, in fact, I'm sure everybody has been in that type of relationship before in their lives. It's hard. You love the person, you want to see them change, they got a good heart, but for whatever
Yes.
reason they're just not willing to do it. You cannot sacrifice your own evolution for that.
Ooh.
um Otherwise you're going to compromise your own gift and it will get taken from you. And
Mm.
so you can only do it for so long. I suggest always inviting the individual in on the journey, helping them understand the importance of it. But at the end of the day, if you feel like you've just been compromising your life for someone that you actually truly love, that's the hardest.
Mm.
Sometimes you got to let them go. And that's what's best for them so that their soul can learn as well and grow. You know, sometimes we got to
Oof.
lose what's precious to us to wake the fuck up.
Oof.
And that can
Oof.
mean losing your loved one, you know, but you've got to love yourself, right? And that's the whole process of awakening, is you learn that radical self-love.
Mm. Oh gosh, this is so many mic drop moments in what you just shared. Because I
Thank you.
think that for so many women, myself included, back in the day, I guess my first marriage, it was very much a very codependent and, oh, I'm this fixer archetype, so I'm going to try to fix you. And really, that just doesn't really lead to anywhere. We have to start with our own healing first. And just like you said, many times it's best to let them go so that your awakening can begin. And it's almost
Mhm.
like what you're saying. It's like that spiritual awakening can occur. Cause I think I had the most massive awakening after that, which obviously led me to my love. And obviously the same thing that happened with you as well. So for those of you listening right now, that's kind of like, all right, I know I can't change my partner, but it starts with me.
Mhm.
These are the very first questions to ask yourself. Are you going to go in carpool with your partner, or are you going to stay in your own car? And I love that metaphor that you just shared. Ooh, so
Absolutely.
powerful.
I
So,
think takeaways for that is just the first thing is to set the healthy boundaries for yourself.
mhm,
What are you going to accept and not accept anymore in your life? You can just sit down, close your eyes, and just meditate on that. You'll get that download, and then take that lens and apply it to the relationships in your life. It's not just going to be your loved one. It's
mhm,
could be your parents. It can be your friends. All of those. As you start vibing out, just like changing the dial on the radio station, you're listening to 101.3, you change to 101.4. It's a completely different
so true.
tunes that are coming through. So
So true.
you'll start manifesting new people, new experiences as well.
Oof. See you next time at the Brave Table.